Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Trackmania. We got the new whip, and super excited to get started. This must be the one I tested it on at the beginning. But anyways, thank you guys so much for dialing in. This is track number 1. Coachy comment says video starts. Robert Mornea says, Dan, I saw a fish with a human tooth. All right, let's start the timer here. So this is track 1. I think it looks like it's a short track. This is how we win here. Okay, it's okay. That's Melf strats. You hit the wall and then you run for it, Marty. Look at that. Don't tell me we're serving up burnt onion soup. Tell you, I took a culinary art. Well, I took home ec class in high school. It was good wood for multiple reasons. You learn how to sew. You learn how to cook. I'm trying to think what I made. I made an omelet for the first time in there. I'm trying to think what else we made. I remember more culinary arts. I took a so it was like culinary arts was like advanced ICD in our school. Like, it wasn't like you had to take home ec before you took you didn't get the goods until you knew how to work with the non-goods. So anyways, ended up taking culinary arts. I know you wouldn't believe it, but your boys made a nice French onion soup, angel food cake, some other stuff that wasn't very good. But I'll tell you what, man, a French onion soup, let me tell you what's in it. Just onions. That's literally all it is. Onions and water. And maybe a little bouillon. But literally that's it. And then, so I made it pretty good in home ec. That's good wood. But when I made it at home, like, I'm like, I thought I was the cool kid in campus. I'm like, hey, Ma, Dad, I got dinner tonight. It's out the window. I'm like, hey, I got dinner tonight. So it took me probably about 2 hours to chop up 100 onions. Put it on the burner. I put it on what I thought I put it on was a simmer. It's supposed to simmer for like 8 hours. You put it on low heat. Put it on low heat. You let it simmer for 8 hours. I get all the equipment, all the dial. I just get it all. It's like perfect. It's exactly what you would want. Perfectly seasoned. Set it on a nice simmer for 8 hours. Keep it on. It's supposed to be on low. I come back 8 hours later. Sure, I was playing some Ultima Online or something of that nature during those 8 hours, and it was on high instead of simmer. So I opened ye old massive cooking pot, and it's like tar on the bottom. Tar and charred onions. I'll tell you what it wasn't. And I was devastated. Ever since then, I never made French onion soup again. But I know this made trigger warning. Whenever I go to a restaurant, if I order French onion soup, I say leave the cheese off. I don't need it. Just give me the liquid. Dan, don't you know the cheese is the best part when it browns over? It's just so delicious. I don't disagree. Sometimes you got to go avant-garde. You should see the look the waiter or waitress gives you when you say no cheese. It's like you murdered someone. This is gonna be a tough one to beat. Top 786 in Michigan. Like what? Can you have French onion soup without the French or the onion? You should try it one time. Then it's just like liquid onions. I think I like our new tech here. Also, I don't know why we can't see ourselves. Like who we're racing against. Look at that. And look at Curry. So inspirational. Was that a watermelon? Yeah, it was like a watermelon with spikes coming out of the top of it. That should have been new tech. That was a good turn. Not a great turn, but keep it ripping, kid. I love these short tracks, man. These short tracks are, that's how you make your monies. I think that was good recovery. That was good recovery tech. I think we're gonna gold this one. Just saying. Oh, that's money. Stay with it, kid. Do not stay with it. There was some coaching comments saying that Tim Curry was not in Little Shop of Horrors, and I'll be like, both he and Sigourney Weaver were in Little Shop of Horrors. That is new tech. Finish. We're trimming. Mr. Microwave says likes long pogs out of my gourd, dislikes minkicity. Top 4, 6. I think the goal is top 100 in Michigan. It's a great game, man. Whenever it's time to retire the Golden Goblet racetrack, I'm still playing, man. It's confirmed, man. This is good eats, good banty. It's fun. It's self-improvement from the 5 and Dime store. Just want to keep that. Look at that. Trying to keep the hairpins. Keep the bobby pins. Ooh, this is good wood. We can clean that up. That can be cleansed. Trying to go straight as fast as possible. Oh, that was a protractor. I'll tell you what, man, campuses in geometry classes, they're dangerous. I don't know what they are nowadays, but when I was in there, they were like literally darts, like pointed darts. Oh, that's good wood. That's good wood. That's good wood. It's like a pointed dart with a pencil. Speaking of darts, I don't know if you guys know this, but it used to be something. I think it got outlawed right as I was like bornish. But there's something called lawn darts, or I think they're called jarts, maybe. And just listen to this invention. They're huge, oversized darts that you throw straight up in the air in like a field. Think of like similar to horseshoes, except they're darts. Like, I bet it's a lot of fun, but I think what was happening, it's now outlawed because people thought it was probably not a good idea. Throw sharp metal objects straight up into the air towards a teammate or a competitor. We ate too much dust there. And so it's outlawed. But like, the concept of it gives me the giggles, you know? Because you guys know me, like you heard the Nomad story. Imagine giving me a set of lawn darts and going toe to toe against someone. Hey Dan, you skimmed me on that one. Well, it was a little bit of an accident, okay? I just like to push the envelope a little bit in those situations, just to see how far you can go and still get a laugh out of the person. And now you don't want to cross over, man, dude. Well, this is a great story. I don't know if I'd probably have told it somewhere, but we got enough time for it. So one of my favorite memories of all time, like I'm talking all time, like fun with friends memory, is it was like first year in high school. We go to my friend's house and we play basketball. And we'd get him to lower his rim, you know, his basketball rim. And, you know, we'd go over there and, you know, I was always a little bit shorter, but, you know, he was taller. But we'd play, you know, 2-on-2, 3-on-3 with dunking. And, you know, like just imagine you got kids that can now dunk. You know, we lower it to whatever, 8 feet, maybe 7.5 foot, whatever it needed to be so everyone could dunk. So then we do this like every Thursday or Friday after school. We've been doing it. We're like, hey, we should videotape this. So he gets his parents' camcorder, sets up a ladder, puts it in his garage, and just lets, I regret telling this story, lets it just record. So we're playing basketball and it's just recording. Dude, that was new tech. So it's recording. And you know, the other thing that I left out was we would order pizza, or his mom would order pizza. And we'd eat pizza in between games, and you know, sometimes we get breadsticks with sauce. So the only time, let's just call him Mike, the only time Mike would get mad, and rightfully so, that's new tech. The only time Mike would get mad is if we would hang on the rim and go, because for 2 reasons. One, you don't want to hang on the rim because it could bend, and 2, you know, like who wants to, when you raise the rim again, you don't want to play on a bent rim. So like, you know, we would dunk on someone, and like Sean Kemp, man, like you got to remember, Sean Kemp would just hang on the rim after he would just throw down on someone. So we would try to imitate that stuff, and he would get mad. So anyways, the day we record it, I didn't do it. I was involved in it, but I didn't do it. The basketball rolls inside the garage, so behind the camera. So Mike goes to get the basketball, and his back's, you know, towards the rim. So we kind of realized this, and so while he's going to get the basketball with his back to the rim, one kid starts grabbing it and just hanging on it and like convulsing on the rim. And then until he turns around, then he lets go like nothing happened. But you can, like, if you were Mike, you could hear the but you didn't, you know, you turned around and you never saw it. But it was all getting caught on camera. So, you know, this happens a few more times, and, you know, everyone gets a good hang in there, you know, on the rim. And then one kid had to ruin it, you know? So the ball rolls in the garage, or ever in the street, he's got his back to the rim, and then one kid, I don't know why, but he took a cup of, this was not me. I like hanging and like, okay, like doing a little, that's not doing damage, but having a little bit of fun. That's one thing. But one kid took a cup of tomato sauce that you dip the breadsticks in and yeeted it at the backboard. So like, then it kind of got out of hand, right? So then he got real upset, and he's like, everyone's got to go home. And I'm like, yeah, that was kind of messed up, but also like laughing. You know, it's kind of like, it wasn't, not my proudest moment, but he's like, everyone's got to go home. I'm like, well, he's like, you can't throw pizza sauce at our backboard. I'm like, well, can we at least watch the video first? So he pops out the VHS. We go inside his house. And it's just a compilation of everyone in the game hanging on the rim going, and each time he's getting more angry and more angry. And the moral of the story is, I see this guy probably once every 6 years in Dearborn, and the only thing I say to him, and we can laugh about now, it's like, hey, you have that VHS tape? And he swears he recorded over it, but I know he didn't. He's got it somewhere, and he won't give it up. He, you know, I like that. I would be willing to sacrifice and give up a lot. I would run a marathon if it unlocked that VHS tape. I really would. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot more funnier, like actually doing it and being a part of it, but just to go back and just see like what we, not the tomato sauce part, okay, that's kind of funny, but just to be like, you know, we thought we were NBA players. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more final run for the Perfecticity. Appreciate the dialisty. Thank you guys so much for supporting this series. It's been a lot of fun. I'm telling you, we got a gold in us. And I think this could be our gold. Look at that, we're cutting corners. Look at that, full gun the rest of the way, no excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys did, click your like button, helps out a great deal. We're coming back one more top 434 in Michigan. Coming back with more heat tomorrow. Put some octane in the tank, hit the like button. Look at that. That's new tech. I'll see you guys next time. Want to catch up on the Dan Geeson show because you can't catch it live on Twitch? Did you see that? Did you go to YouTube.com fade right on the driver? You can't even. There you'll find every single one of our live shows cut up in an easily digestible episode for your viewing pleasure. Episodes are up within a couple days of the show, so you're never too far behind if you want to catch up and watch live. That's youtube.com/Dan Geeson Plays to watch anything you might have missed on Twitch.
Ladies and gentlemen,